rounding out episode 68. We're at the end of our week, which means we're bringing you all the news. Well, not all the news. We're bringing you the indie news. We're talking about all those guys that don't get all that TV time. Some of them get TV time.
Some of them do now.
Yeah, and it's cool, but a lot of them don't. So we're trying to pass along some of the information that you don't get on weekly television. But one thing you do get on weekly television, we didn't give it to you last week, so we're talking about last week's Ring of Honor TV.
Yeah, you're getting a double dose of Ring of Honor tonight.
It's a Ring of Honor sandwich. We got Ring of Honor bread, and then we got other indie shows in the middle. So we're starting off with the September 30th edition.
Independent sandwich.
Yeah. September 30th edition of Ring of Honor TV. We opened up with Matt Sydal defeating Kushida with a shooting star press. This was an awesome match. Lots of back and forth. These two have unbelievable chemistry. Just watching them, alternate back and forth with different strikes, different just fast-paced moves. Matt Sydal ended up actually catching a kick of Kushida's behind him and then delivering an enziguri out of this, and it's just unbelievable.
I'm going to say I haven't seen as many Kushida matches as I've seen of a lot of other people, but I haven't seen a Kushida match I haven't liked.
Kushida is phenomenal.
So,
but unfortunately, he was not phenomenal enough to beat Matt Sydal.
He's not AJ Styles enough.
No, he was not. Then we had a 4-corner survival match. We had Adam Page, Moose, Will Ferrara, and Watanabe. Watanabe ended up picking up the win. He hit his headbutt forearm STO combo on Will Ferrara. Adam Page got taken out by a spear, and Watanabe ended up winning with a German suplex on Moose. So,
Watanabe seems to get some really obscure victories.
He does. Yeah.
He'll get beat 3 weeks in a row, but then he'll win a gauntlet to become the number one contenders for the TV championship.
Yeah. Well.
And then he'll lose again and then win a 4-way match.
Well, I've got him and I've got Kushida in my next show, so we'll talk about them in just a second. But for our main event last week, we had Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Adam Cole. This is the first time ever.
Dream match.
These two have amazing chemistry. The dynamic between these two, especially coming off the heels of Adam Cole turning and rejoining with the Kingdom, it was unbelievable. Nakamura was super over with the crowd. He ends up picking up the win, hitting the landslide, which is his Michinoku driver, then hits a running knee for the win. Unbelievable match. If you haven't seen it,
watch it.
Find it, watch it, love it, enjoy it.
Have sex with it.
Don't do that. But we're going to move on to some shows that Kevin Hawks got from this past weekend.
Don't have sex with it?
Don't have sex, no. Don't have sex with a match. It's weird.
Could be.
It could be.
I haven't tried, so I couldn't tell you.
But we're going to start off with
Shine 30.
Shine 30, all right.
This is 3, that's a 0. 30. See what I was doing there? I could have just done that so you could see it all. This was in Ybor City, Florida, where Shine holds basically every single one of their events now, it seems. We had Aria Blake defeat Aspen Rose in the opener. We had Shazza McKenzie defeat Kellyanne, Liberty, and Jamie Jamison in a 4-way match.
Jamie Jamison sounds like a porn star.
It does. So does Luscious Latasha, who defeated Andrea.
Andrea just sounds boring.
Evilise defeated Thunder Kitty.
Ooh.
The Kimber Bombs were officially stripped of the Shine Tag Team Championships.
Oh.
This is coming off of the fact that Cherry Bomb is injured with a broken collarbone and is currently recovering post-surgery.
Which is why she wasn't able to show up at the recent ROH tapings and also one of the shows we talked about last week.
And so they announced that there's going to be a title tournament in December to crown new tag team champions, and that the Kimber Bombs will get a title shot as soon as Cherry Bomb is cleared to start wrestling again.
Cool. We like tournaments and we like fair play. So,
Kimberly also beat Taylor Made. And Leah Von Dutch defeated Malia Hosaka.
Nice.
And then on the 3rd, the next day, Saturday, we had the doubleheader coming from AIW.
AIW.
Started with Girls Night Out, where we had Raylan defeat Britt Baker in the opener. Angel Dust defeated Solo Darling. Veda Scott defeated Annie Social with a little interference. Leva Bates defeated Chastity Taylor.
Nice.
Crazy Mary Dobson defeated Lufisto. Allison Kay defeated Marty Bell. Candice LeRae defeated Mia Yim and then Heidi Lovelace defeated Tessa Blanchard to retain the AIW Women's Championship.
Nice.
But post-match, with Veda Scott, Ray Lynn, and Marty Bell all came out and attacked Heidi Lovelace and Annie Social, who was in her corner. Allison Kay and Mia Yim made the save and ended up in an impromptu 8-woman tag team match.
Nice.
In which Veda Scott, Tessa Blanchard, Ray Lynn, and Marty Bell defeated Heidi Lovelace, Mia Yim, Allison Kay, and Annie Social.
Well.
So there was a bonus 8-woman tag team main event. Awesome.
With a win for the heels.
Yeah. Silly heels.
Hey, that's what they do.
And then later, we had AIW's Fresh Meat.
All them young and up and comers.
Yes.
Getting their ass kicked.
Lewis Linden defeated The Glitch Skylar Faden. Gregory Iron successfully defended the Intense Championship against Space Monkey.
Really, bro?
Big Mo defeated Broderick Shaw, John Greed, John Silver, Jackson Stone, and Benjamin Boone in the 6-way Haas Division match.
Lots of big dudes in that match.
There's a picture. I'm going to say we're going to post it right now.
Okay.
A really great dynamic between, because I was talking about last week.
Yeah.
I saw John Silver is the smallest guy in the match, but he's super powerful.
The big, heavy-set black guy.
Yeah.
That's scary.
The big size contrast between basically the biggest guy in the match and the smallest guy in the match.
Yeah.
Then we had Johnny Gargano defeat Bryan Cranston via submission. Eric Ryan and Flip Kendrick defeated Joshua Singh and Dr. Dan C. Rockingham. I like that name, Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham.
All right.
Eddie Kingston defeated Frankie Flynn. Hot Sauce Entertainment defeated Weird World. Madman Pondo defeated Kaplan in a no DQ match. And Ricky Shane Page defeated Alex Daniels to successfully defend the Absolute Championship. So
all the youngins lost.
Yes. They all got brought in the hard way, I want to say.
Apparently, Weird World was really over at their show, though.
Yeah, they sold almost $1,000 worth of merchandise just in T-shirts.
Yeah, in their first booking.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So
way over, though.
Good on you. And they look funny with their... I don't know.
They're hipster-looking dudes.
Yeah, they're weird-looking.
Hitting the Young Bucks pose.
Yeah.
Or trying to.
A very awkward Young Bucks pose.
Well, that's why the Young Bucks don't wear braided hair and flannel.
That's a good thing.
And that's it for my results. Back to you for this past week's Ring of Honor.
Yes, for those of you that plan on watching this week's Destination America, click forward to the time that you will find at the bottom of your screen right now to avoid any spoilers for what you might see this coming Wednesday. But for those of you that are still hanging out, we opened up with the Briscoes taking on the Time Splitters. This was all recorded during the Field of Honor, or the All-Star Extravaganza. It was out in the open, in the baseball stadium. This is the match where we talked about a few weeks ago. Alex Shelley breaking his teeth in the middle of the match.
Briscoe breaking Alex Shelley's teeth, you mean?
Yeah, he got rocked really hard, and his mouth guard just did not protect him whatsoever. But the guy fucking kept going. He immediately tagged out when it happened, but this match was a good 15-20 minutes, and that happened within the first 5 minutes of the match.
Yeah, at this point, Alex Shelley's been around long enough that I would like to say that nobody could question the intestinal fortitude of Alex Shelley.
That's true.
But for anybody who had previously questioned the fortitude of Alex Shelley, this was
y'all done been proven wrong.
Yeah, this was that whole John Cena can have a broken nose. Alex Shelley can break his front teeth.
Yeah. But unfortunately,
the strongest bones in your body.
But unfortunately, the Time Splitters were not able to win. Alex Shelley would actually lose, getting hit with a Jay Driller and getting pinned by Jay Briscoe.
He got drilled by Jay.
He did. But a great match nonetheless. It was phenomenal chemistry between both teams.
It'd be funny if Mark Briscoe's finisher was the Jay Driller. Just saying.
Then we got a look at the end of a match between Watanabe and Cedric Alexander. This was the winner, or it was another four-corner survival. It was during the Field of Honor, and this was to determine the winner would go on to face whomever the TV champion was after Jay Lethal defended against Bobby Fish. So Watanabe ended up beating Cedric Alexander. Very all out the way we saw Cedric lose to Caprice Coleman a couple weeks ago when Veda gets up on the apron, Moose comes out, causes a distraction. Watanabe ends up hitting his STO and picking up the win over Cedric Alexander. And he will face Jay Lethal next week for the TV championship. Also next week, we'll be getting Jay Briscoe versus Adam Page in a no disqualification match.
That one's going to be one not to miss.
Definitely. And then our main event, we had the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada taking on Roderick Strong. Holy God. These
God
two...
is usually holy.
Holy, yeah. This was unfucking believable. These two guys are just class acts in the ring. Roderick Strong, his forehead was all swollen because he got a gash in his match against Jay Lethal. This was night 2 of Field of Honor, but his forehead is just swollen and like a nice shade of purple, and
say Roderick Strong wasn't looking his best.
No, definitely not, but still fucking killed it. Him and Okada just. If there was a roof on the place, they would have tore it down. Okada did end up picking up the win.
They had blown the roof off of it if it existed.
No, they would have tore it down. They would have pulled the roof down. They would have blown the arena away.
Oh.
Yeah. But Okada
imploded. That's
yes.
insane.
Okada ended up winning the battle for finish. They kept. It was move for move. They kept countering, and Okada ended up hitting a Rainmaker, picking up the win over Roderick Strong. Phenomenal match. Lots of the Japanese guys coming in, the New Japan guys coming in these last 2 weeks. We've got more coming up. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great deal between Ring of Honor and New Japan. It's just going to do nothing but good things for both promotions.
Indeed. And we don't really have any newsy type stuff, so before we get into our upcoming shows, I'm going to give you one more little result from this past weekend. We had a triple threat match in Destiny Wrestling. We had PJ Black, formerly known as Justin Gabriel, defending the Destiny Wrestling Championship against Rey Mysterio Jr.
Formerly known as Rey Mysterio.
Yes, and Ricochet.
Formerly known as
Puma.
I was going to say Helios. But
Helios, sometimes known as Prince Puma in Lucha Underground. Don't know much of the match other than the fact that we watched Rey Mysterio do a top rope Rana to Ricochet, who then, out of that Rana, hit a Rana on PJ Black, and then Rey Mysterio would hit a double 619 to pick up the win and win the Destiny Wrestling Championship from PJ Black. So, I don't know how the rest of the match went, but if it was anything like that...
Yeah, if that was an indicator.
I can imagine the match is pretty fucking awesome. So,
it harkens me back to this other match that happened way a long time ago in IWA Mid-South. And it makes me think of...
Eddie Punk Mysterio?
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
You can find that on our Facebook page. Someone just posted that the other day, and I reposted it to our page. So check out our Facebook page from about 2 days ago.
I'm pretty sure you could also find that if you watch the... I'm fairly certain I did the 5 matches not to miss IWA Mid-South.
Yes. Yep. That is one of them as well. But yeah, it is on our Facebook page, and yeah, go back through check out some past videos with less good quality. That's terrible grammar.
And check out all these great videos with the best grammar in the world.
So yeah, I mean, that's really it as far as newsy stuff goes. So we're going to move right into upcoming shows. Kevin Hawk, what do we got first?
Alrighty, we're going to hit you with a month of October.
That was October.
Because this was October's wrestling calendar, and it just uppercutted you in the taint.
Because that's where indie news likes to uppercut it.
Indeed. On Friday the 9th, we've got AIW presents a Jawbreaker. We know this is going to be the debut of Mia Yim and Tessa Blanchard and the return of Ricochet.
Yeah.
Match was announced. We know that Candice LeRae and Heidi Lovelace will be teaming together to take on Jessica Havoc and Tessa Blanchard.
Ooh, alright.
As well as Allison Kay will be taking on Mia Yim. So that takes care of Blanchard and Yim, their debuts.
Alright.
We also have the Hooligans defending the AAW tag team champions against championships against Davey Vega and Matt Fidget. And then we have, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, the only match that had been announced previously, Johnny Gargano versus Ethan Page for the AAW Championship, 2 out of 3 falls.
Nice. That's going to be a good one.
Also on the 9th, we have CHIKAR. This is from Manhattan, New York. This is Colony Collapse. So we got quite a few. We got 6 matches announced. Most of them COTI matches. Still a lot of those left to go.
Getting that COTI train rolling.
We're going to have a COTI Trios match between the 3 current surviving members of the Arcane Horde as they take on Hollowicked, Frightmare, and Blind Rage of the Nightmare Warriors.
Nice.
So yeah, Nightmare Warriors taking on Batiri and Oleg. That's going to be cool. We're going to have a COTI tag team match between the BDK's Pinky Sanchez and Soldier Ant versus the Battle Hives of Mossus and Worker Ant.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
This sort of a hint at why the whole show's called Colony Collapse.
Yeah, so...
Because now we've had since basically the Cybernetico match between CHIKAR versus the Flood, where Soldier Ant won.
Yeah, because he ended up finishing off Fire Ant.
Yeah. Soldier Ant winning the Cybernetico as a member of the Flood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been a bad guy since the return of CHIKAR, basically.
Yeah.
And the colony's been trying to deal with that. Now they have another issue where Silver Ant is with the Nightmare Warriors
and is really kind of gone to that side.
He's becoming half and half.
Yeah, he doesn't really know who he is. He's got that mask is cool though.
So, you know, the question remains is will Fire Ant and Worker Ant be able to piece the colony back together or hold the colony together at all?
Be interested to find out.
Yeah, and then we have a COTI Trios match again.
Another Trios match.
This one pits Los Ice Creams and Princess Kimberly from Crown and Court versus Chuck Taylor, Drew Gulak, and Swamp Monster of the Gentleman's Club.
Now these are still both the teams in the... As far as the running goes, they're in...
the bottom 3.
The
bottom 2. Okay.
But yeah, the bottom 2, because Crown and Court ended up going over the Gentleman's Club at King of Trios, right?
Yes.
Right.
And then last weekend, where CHIKAR wrestled, both Crown and Court and Gentleman's Club picked up points.
So
I mean,
Gentleman's Club is in last place, but only by a point.
Yeah, I think so.
So.
Then in non-COTI action, we're going to have Shinron versus Mr. Touchdown.
Hell yeah, that'll be a good one.
Not agreed upon by both team captains. COTI singles match, BDK versus the United Nations. We're going to have Knockin' taking on Juan Francisco de Coronado.
Going for Knockin'.
And another one, we've got Dasher's Dugout, COTI being represented by Icarus and Dasher Hatfield, They're going to take on two yet-to-be-announced members of the Wrecking Crew.
I'm going to guess Flex and Blaster. That's my guess.
Well, speaking of Blaster,
Oh!
the next night, on the 10th, CHIKAR comes back
CHIKAR again!
to Haverhill, Massachusetts for the Ocean Walker. And we're going to open things up with a COTI match between Blaster McMassive of the Wrecking Crew and Mr. Azerbaijan of the United Nations.
Totally going for Blaster in that one.
We've got a COTI match pitting Dasher's Dugout versus the Gentleman's Club as Mr. Touchdown takes on the Legal Eagle Drew Gulak.
That'll be a
I'm
good one.
waiting to see that one. That one's
That'll
going to be
be a good
fantastic. We're going to have a rematch of the Rey de Voladores finals
No way!
as Shinron will take on Mark Andrews.
Hell yeah, I'm all for it.
We're going to have a COTI match, tag team match, as the Batiri representing the Arcane Horde will take on Los Ice Creams representing Crown and Court.
Alright.
We're going to have a non-COTI action between Icarus and Juan Francisco de Coronado. These guys have had quite a few matches in the past and a little bit of a rivalry going.
Yeah.
And then in COTI action, rounding things out, we're going to have the leader of Dasher's Dugout, Dasher Hatfield, taking on Knockin' the BDK.
Ooh, alright. Let's do that.
We will. But that's not all that's going on the 10th.
What? What else we have on 10th?
On the 10th, get ready to cringe and flail your T-Rex arms because we're going to have CZW's Tangled Web 8. That's right. You know, we only had a couple matches announced last week. We got like a full, whole card going on this time around.
All kinds of horrible things.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We're going to have Masada taking on Rory Gulak.
Poor Rory.
Joe Gacy versus AR Fox. Greg Excellence versus Dick Justice. Sozio's taking on Pepper Parks. Former Juicy Product partners David Starr and JT Dunn will be facing off. We just added Tim Donst defending the Wired Championship against Joey Janela.
Ooh, alright.
Team Tremendous defending the Tag Team Championships against the Beaver Boys. We've got Matt Tremont defending the championship against the former champion Black G's.
Oh, Black G's getting this rematch?
Yeah. And then we have that Tangled Web death match, 4 against 4, the Nation of Intoxication, Devin Moore, Danny Havoc, Lucky 13, and Connor Claxton taking on Eric Ryan, Alex Cullen, Dave and Jake Christ. The Ohio is for Killers.
Ohio 4K.
And that's not all on the 10th.
There's more?
If you're not in Haverhill, Massachusetts, or in Voorhees, New Jersey, maybe you're in Berwyn, Illinois.
Oh, I know what you're going with here.
To start off Shimmer's 10-year anniversary weekend with Shimmer's edition 76 and 77 in the Berwyn Eagles Club. You're going to see 2 whole DVDs worth of matches taped on that one night.
A lot of stuff.
That's a lot of wrestling happening on the 10th. On the 11th, we've got Shimmer's 78 and 79.
That's 4 Shimmer shows.
Yeah, if you're there for that weekend in Berwyn, Illinois, the Berwyn Eagles Club, you're getting 4 shows in 2 days.
That is insane.
You're going to be there for a lot of crap. Bring 4 different shirts so you're the only person on the DVD that changes in every single show.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And make it a neon color so you stand out.
Yeah, all of John Cena's colored shirts. Stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, just take a different John Cena shirt to every show.
And then on the 16th, which is a Friday,
Yeah.
we got the next AIW show coming up. This one's kind of a big deal. It's Big Trouble in Little Cleveland.
Wow.
And
I
we
know
know
something's going on here.
The awesome, cool news that Terry Funk, the legend of hardcore wrestling, the icon
Just
of
can't stay
crazy,
away.
middle-aged and crazy, Terry Funk will be showing up.
Middle
on the
age?
show.
Is he like 70?
He's still young in his eyes. No.
Middle age. He's going to live until he's 150.
I'm going off that moniker that they were calling him in 1997. Middle-aged and crazy.
Alright, fine. Here we are in 2015.
Almost 20 years later. I have no idea what he's going to be doing, but he's going to be there.
Yes.
But I do know what else is going to be there. Hot Sauce Entertainment, Tracy Williams and Tyson Dux will be facing Tracy Smothers and Little Guido, the FBI.
This is just AIW presents ECW.
And maybe a revenge in mind for that thing that we showed that one time with the big backbreaker spot that they had. But we're going to get a one-on-one confrontation between Cedric Alexander and Candice LeRae.
That'll be good.
And we're also going to get a match that I'm super excited for. Johnny Gargano will be facing the Amazing Red.
Hell yeah.
On the 17th, the next day, Saturday.
He ain't done yet.
No.
He's still
in
going.
Laval, Quebec, Canada. We're going to have the CZW versus IWS Freedom to Fight show.
Yes.
We're going to have Joe Gacy versus Excess.
All right.
DJ Hyde versus Shane Hawk. Team Tremendous versus Tabernacle Team. That's going to be for the CZW Tag Team Championships. We're also going to have Matt Tremont defending the CZW Championship against Manny. His full name's like Manny the Freak or something like that.
That's if
Yeah.
he beats Black G's at Tangled Web.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's even if Manny has the stones to try and fight Matt Tremont.
Fuck that. No.
And then in the main event, we got an 8-man tag match pitting the 4 members of the Nation of Intoxication against the Hardcore Ninjas, the Green Phantom, and Vampiro.
Ooh. Alright.
Also on the 17th.
Oh my god, he ain't done yet.
And if you're not in Quebec, Canada, you're going to be in Queens, New York for Evolve 49.
Oh shit.
Well, we're going to have Matt Riddle taking on Jonathan Gresham in his debut match ever. Matt Riddle, former UFC MMA fighter.
And this is Matt Riddle's like I'm not starting out easy weekend. Right?
Yeah. And then we're going to have Hot Sauce Tracy Williams taking on Willie Mack. We're going to have a 4-way high flyer spectacular between Tony Nese, Andrew Everett, Peter Casa, and Matt Cage. Drew Gulak will take on Trevor Lee. That will be a #1 contenders match for the next night at Evolve 50.
Oh.
And we're going to have Timothy Thatcher and TJ Perkins versus RPG Vice. And in the main event, there's going to be an I Quit match between Johnny Gargano and Ethan Page. Note, earlier in the month, they're fighting at AAW's Jawbreaker.
Oh.
These guys have a rivalry that spans multiple promotions.
That's cool.
And in this particular I Quit match at Evolve 49, the loser must leave Evolve.
Uh-oh.
But like I said, there was a next night, Evolve 50, the 18th. That's in Deer Park, a.k.a. a part of Long Island, New York, where Matt Riddle continues his opening weekend against Chris Dickinson. Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson. TJ Perkins will take on Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. Willie Mack will face the loser between Drew Gulak and Trevor Lee. RPG Vice will be taking on the Premier Athlete brand. And Timothy Thatcher will be defending the Evolve Championship against the winner of the Drew Gulak and Trevor Lee altercation from Evolve 49.
It's going to be a hell of a weekend for you all.
Yes. And if you want to say there's going to be a hell of a weekend for anybody, then you've got to say it's going to be a hell of a weekend when CHIKAR tours the Midwest. On Thursday, the 22nd, making a stand in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And then on the Friday the 23rd, they're going to be presenting Not Without My Daughter from Chicago, Illinois.
That one's got a weird poster.
Yeah. On the 24th, Off the Hook from Jefferson, Indiana. And on the 25th, Exit Strategy from Columbus, Ohio. That's 4 nights in a row, all Midwest states. And a special announcement made over this weekend that returning to CHIKAR on this Midwest tour, we are going to get both Darren Corbin and Eric Cannon.
AC/DC, bro. I knew Eric Cannon was.
Yeah, Darren Corbin was.
I didn't know Darren
today,
Corbin. Oh, okay.
AKA Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying that there's perhaps even more guests announced to be returning, making CHIKAR returns.
Very cool.
Another one that I wouldn't be surprised to see is in the Chicago show. Don't be shocked if the Soul Touchers show up.
That would be awesome.
They're big in Chicago.
Yeah.
On the 25th, I'm catching my breath now. Beyond Wrestling presents the Gratitude Era. That's from Fete Music in Providence, Rhode Island. That place is awesome. Check it out.
I think I know one of these matches.
We're going to have David Starr versus Matthew Palmer. That's going to be a tournament for tomorrow preview match.
All right.
And we're going to have Team Tremendous versus the Crusade for Change, represented by Eric Corvus and TJ Marconi.
All right.
And just announced today,
I think this is the one I know.
Shinron will be facing the Amazing Red.
What? I saw that on my Facebook feed today, and I went, "Are you kidding me?"
When Beyond Wrestling announced that they were doing the Gratitude Era, they posted a list of all the talents they had booked for the Gratitude Era card, and said, "Hey, tell us what matches you want to see involving these people." And apparently, there was a huge response to the idea that Shinron and Amazing Red should face off.
That will be phenomenal.
More so, though, which I'm almost a little bit disappointed didn't happen, but, I mean, even though this match is going to be awesome, there was also a huge group of people who wanted to see AR Fox added to that match. Because he's also scheduled to be at the show.
Yeah, why not do a triple threat match? That'd be fucking awesome.
And then, also on the 25th, Sunday, this is the Maven Bentley Association in conjunction with CZW and On Point Wrestling, presenting The Memory Remains.
Fighting off Alzheimer's.
$10 donation to the Alzheimer's Association gets you into this show. Not announcing matches yet, but we will know they're appearing. Matt Tremont, the CCW champion, and Gran Akuma, representing, I think, On Point Wrestling in this particular event. There's going to be a WSU showcase match between Brittany Blake and Penelope Ford. There's going to be a match between Latin Dragon and Kefka the Quiet. And Alexander James versus Chainsaw Joe Gacy.
Are you done?
I am so done.
Well,
I want you to say something before my head explodes.
Something before your head explodes.
Thank you.
I'm going to take us back to the 23rd because at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas we have Global Force Wrestling with their amped TV tapings, their possible finale, their finals for their championship tournaments.
I hope it's not their finale.
Well, no, the finale of the tournaments.
Yeah. That'd be shitty if the night they crown all their champions
This is their last show
the
ever.
last show they ever do.
We have two semifinal matches for the tag team titles. We have Reno Scum taking on the Bollywood Boys.
Reno Scum.
And we have the Bullet Club's Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson taking on Tease and Sleaze.
Tease and Sleaze.
We have the Next Gen semifinals as well. We have Kushida taking on Jigsaw, and we have TJ Perkins taking on Virgil Flynn. And the Women's Championship. Women's Championship, we already have the finals. We have the Bullet Babe, Amber Gallows taking on Christina Von Eerie. And we have one more semifinal for the Global Force Wrestling Championship. Shelton Benjamin takes on Eric Young. The winner of that will take on Nick Aldis for the championship.
I'm really voting Shelton Benjamin to win that one.
I think that'd be awesome, but I'm gonna say Nick Aldis takes it. And then also on the 23rd in Kalamazoo, Michigan, we have
Is it weird? I just want to call Global Force Wrestling TNA the sequel.
No, it makes complete sense. In Kalamazoo, Michigan, we have Night 1 of Glory by Honor 14. No matches announced for that. But on Night 2 in Dayton, Ohio, we have the main event. This will be Champions versus All-Stars. Currently, the champions would be Jay Lethal and The Kingdom. No names announced for the All-Stars team yet.
Jay Lethal,
Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett.
What? Okay, so here's my thing. If Jay Lethal doesn't lose the TV title to anybody, will that turn the All-Stars versus Champions match into 3 versus 4?
Probably.
Make it happen, guys.
Because it would be usually the All-Stars are the number 1 contenders for the championships. So yeah, if Jay Lethal's still holding both titles, it's not looking good for that team. Maybe they'll make an exception and they'll add Adam Cole or something, since the Kingdom's already in it.
Maybe Banana Hands.
Sure. JD's now. But then in November on the 13th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we start Survival of the Fittest.
This is where only the fittest survive.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. And then night 2, the 14th of November, will be in Hopkins, Minnesota. No matches announced for either of those shows yet, but I'm sure the closer we get to Glory by Honor, we'll start seeing who enters that tournament. But that is it for all the upcoming shows. You have a lot of upcoming shows.
Man, I thought the summer was busy. October is apparently the place to be.
Apparently. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Thanks for all of the shares, the reblogs, all that stuff. And the way that you can do that is you can follow all of our links in the description.
There's like 6 or 7 of them.
There's a Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
There's an Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 emails.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also go to Twitter where you can follow all 3 of us.
Oh,
So
wow.
technically there's like 9. You can share things
That's way too many.
on 9 different places. You wouldn't share them on emails, but you can talk to us on email.
Yeah.
You
You
talk
know what else you can click though?
I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm saying?
All them other links.
The other links that are above our links.
Yes.
Because that's how you can get in connection with all the wrestling promotions that we like to talk about.
Yeah.
Like ROHWrestling.com.
Shimmer.blogspot.com.
Hey, did you have to
I
add that
did.
in there?
I did.
Nice. CHIKARAPro.com.
Did you already say ROH?
Yes, I started with ROH.
Then we're going to go with DGUSA.tv.
WWNLive.com.
And all the other links of all the other...
CZW, ARW, AAW, yeah. And
CHIKAR!
LookMondoFans.com.
For Beyond Wrestling.
I love that website.
And
Yeah,
then
by the
below
way.
all of that is the comments. We want you to send us links, send us Facebook pages, websites,
YouTube
clips,
videos.
anything that you can of your personal favorites, your local indie promotions that you want us to talk about. We are willing to go through, check them out, see what you got working over there.
Do you have some promotion that's called like Hardcore Extreme Wrestling out of Houston? We'll give it a shout out.
Yeah.
If you post it in the comments.
Give us something to talk about, because we'll talk about it, because that's what we do here. We talk wrestling.
And that's what we want you guys to do in the comments of all of our videos. Talk some wrestling, people. Tell us what you think about what's going on.
Thanks for watching.
Watch all the stuff in the playlist too.
All that stuff.
Watch it all, and we'll say thank you in all those videos after you watch them.
And right now I'll say sorry
Because
that
we
I didn't.
appreciate you.
Right now I'll say sorry that I didn't put up the NXT predictions, but that'll be next week.
They'll be up. Eventually.
You know what else you get next week? You get Tom's top 5.
Yeah.
Episode 69 is gonna be fun. 69 is always fun. So.
Yeah, and freaking NXT Takeover.
Yeah, you'll have Takeover predictions on Tuesday, and then you'll have Takeover results and review on Thursday.
If we're feeling froggy, you might even get us talking about the Madison Square Garden show.
Possibly. We'll probably, if we don't do a full video, we'll probably talk about it before Raw.
Yeah.
So, check us out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next. Hopefully next week. Bye.